All right, one thing that's really important is the four-folding breath. You want to have your breath work steady and set. That way, when you breathe in, you feel your breaths moving with you. You feel your whole body move. Every inhale, every exhale. Your mind, your spirit, your sum sum starts to exhalate, starts to move upwards. The images, the internal light structures inside of your body, from all four sides. Just watch my body as I breathe. Notice the whole body moves in a certain rhythm. It's almost automatic. You start to practice. You start to fold your breath work, one on top of the other. The breath becomes a motion. Eventually, your emotions are trained. Eventually, mentally, you're training your emotions to move with your breath work. Your chakras, eventually you start to move the energy of your chakras with your breath. This is where projecting comes in handy. Eventually you'll use your breath work to project your mind to certain things, project your breath around the room. You'll start light clones, light projections, light images, geometric shapes. This is why tarot cards come in handy. For instance, I'm visualizing a tarot card inside of my mental space right now. The mind's eye. For instance, right now, I'm imagining the Tempest card, which is something that's well known to a lot of people that are using the Rider Tarot card deck. Of course, these aren't the only images that can be used with your subconscious. You're using, so from a beginner level, you're using tarot cards to start emotions. For instance, some of the tarot cards have a sun on them, like the Magician card. It gives your subconscious that cue to be the magician, to use the forces of nature rather than being used by them. This is the importance of being a quote-unquote magician. You want to use your emotions. You want to evoke your emotions, evoke your sum sum, your spirit within you, your mental facilities. Having mental control, having presence, being in the moment. All these things are goals for someone that's starting out in, well, we'll use the term occult. If you're a starter, if you're a beginner, you're using the term occult. But the truth is possessing the forces of nature, the fire within you, the water within you, the earth, which is your body, and the air, which is your mind, your breath work. So yes, you can mentally move around the room. If you are able to astral project, you're already able to see the elements at work. You see your hearing, it increases, it changes, the senses increase, the senses change. Feels like you have more than the set five senses. There are no longer just five senses. You'll find out that the sense of time is a sense. The sense of balance is a sense. Notice that, we'll say, the forces of nature, when there's a certain force of nature that comes about, then the sense of time changes. You, the Sum Sum, the spirit, you are witnessing these forces of nature. Now, the true question is, are you aware? Are you in control, quote unquote? Are you willingly there? Are you conscious of it? Are you diving into your subconscious to take control or to observe your subconscious? All right, a quick way to do that is to first get there. You want to fall asleep, but still be woke. Small steps of doing that is starting out with meditation. Meditation is the main way to get there. You want to meditate. You want to use this basic way of getting there, quote unquote. Meditation is a result. It is a consequence. It is an effect. So you are the portion of the cause to get you there. You are the portion of getting yourself to be present in the moment, to stop the mind chatter, to take yourself into this point of where you can feel your thoughts coming about, feel the words coming about. Notice when you speak, first an image is drawn, or a spelling, or we'll say a thought. However, a thought is more than just a thought. A thought is more than just a word. It's an image. It's a symbol. That's why we use these tarot cards. That's why we use videos. Right now you're meditating. You're probably not aware of it. You're probably not aware of that fact. It probably doesn't seem like you're meditating. It probably doesn't seem like meditation is possible. However, you do it every time you look at a phone, every time you look at a video, every time you look at a word, every time you hear a word, every time you see a word. You're projecting in or you're projecting out. So you're receiving a projection or you're sending a projection. There's communication, the Nansi, Awusi, the nervous system. Everything travels via the nervous system. However, there's a greater body, as we all know. The body within the body. You, the Sum Sum, you, the mental portion, the logical portion. You'll notice that words and terms, they sometimes are interchangeable. However, being part of the experience is the actual truth. You'll hear words, you'll read things in books, but it always takes the experience to see that there's a difference between a spirit and a soul, or to see that you aren't only using your physical body to do things. You're not only using your physical body to see. You're not using just your physical eyes to see. There's more than just that simplicity. So you can't just say, oh, it's I'm just a spirit, because there's more than that. There's bodily functions. There's your bodily function within the universe of bodily functions. So there's layers, there's levels. All right, so first start out with doing a journal. You want to do that right now. Start a journal right now. Get a pen and a paper out. Write down what you think about this video in particular, or your thoughts of right now. You can even comment below in the video right now what you think about meditation. What are your meditation methods? How do you get into that state? How many states have you been in? What are the differences between states? Can you feel different states? Do you think there are more than just 5 senses? Do you think there is only one sense? Do you think astral projection is possible? Do you think sleep is possible? Can you sleep? Is sleep real? Are you truly alive? What's your purpose? Like, there's so many questions. There's so many answers. But the truth is experience. So share your experience. Write your experience down, because it's all a part of planting mental, we could say, seeds or intentions. Because once you get the intentions down, once you start being conscious of your intentions, conscious of yourself, conscious of your mind. For instance, you may sit down and your mind starts wandering. You might start thinking certain thoughts. Are you truly willing those thoughts, or are they coming from something else? Are they coming from a deeper portion of yourself? Are you afraid to let go? Are you only on the surface of your capabilities? Would you even know that unless you went into a deeper analysis of yourself, experimented, gone a little bit further, put things into action? A key point, the 4 elements, the air, the intellect, a thought. Start out with a thought. Then you move on to having an emotion. How does it feel to do this thought? What does this thought feel like? What is this idea giving me a feeling of? Do I feel like doing this idea? Then the fire, the will to do that idea, to follow through with it, to put in the action on the physical plane, on the physical world, to physically do something. You're at Earth now. To physically put that pen to that paper, to type those words, hey, I dreamt this, or I will remember what I dreamt last night, or I will put this plan into action, or actually physically putting that hammer on that nail, building that artwork, constructing that vehicle. You're on the earth, the pinnacles, the physical plane. You're actually doing it. And then the cycle continues. Now, are you willingly doing it? Are you conscious of that cycle? Are you conscious of that wheel, that movement